Hello, my dear friends. It's me, Beata, from Horoscopes and Readings.com, and today's topic or today's video, it's gonna be about Saturn Square Venus in Synastry. So, why you still don't want me, okay? This is the question. Well, I've been in this field more than 12 years now, and obviously I have looked into so many charts, birth charts, synastry charts, and this one particular aspect can be quite damaging or quite harsh to your relationship. I am going to talk about Saturn Square Venus in Synastry, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's dive deeper. Well, obviously, I already have, I guess, one video about this one, but as I am growing in astrology, I have some insights to share with you, and that's why I decided to make this video. So, whenever I see Saturn Square Venus in Synastry between two people, I immediately know that it's a red flag. I've been studying this aspect yeah, some people or some astrologers can tell you that if you have this one, things can actually develop into something more harmonious, but only over time. Okay, so it's like there is really that slow growth in this aspect. Saturn Square Venus may or may not be. I really cannot confirm this, but just let's be very much aware that orb always matters. Okay, obviously this aspect will manifest differently if you have it like 0 degrees, very, very tight, 1 or 0 degrees. But if you have it like more than 5 degrees, I will say that you can probably make this work. Okay, so I've seen synastry charts of couples who are in a relationship and have this aspect. So it's possible, but with Saturn, and especially with hard contacts from Saturn, everything comes with a price. Okay, how much you are willing to pay if you want to be in a relationship and you have this aspect? This is the main question. From my practice, I can tell you, whenever Saturn Square Venus or Saturn Square Moon are involved and you are being personal planet person, meaning Moon or Venus, then there are themes of self-worth, self-esteem, and self-love. These themes are very much potent and alive in your life. And this can be one of the lessons of this relationship. Well, there is that common interpretation that if we have this aspect, Saturn person can actually act quite coldly towards us, and it can be difficult, for Saturn person to show us their real emotions, but this is always the case because Venus is planet of love. So whatever aspect you have in synastry to your Venus, this is how you will experience love from your person. Okay, so for instance, in my first marriage, my Venus was not aspected at all by my husband, and guess what? I have experienced feelings of loneliness, not being loved, hurt. It's like I'm invisible, right? Because this is what happens if there are no aspects at all to your Venus. But if you have Saturn, if you have Saturn and you are Venus person and this aspect is tight, This may not only mean that you will not feel much love from Saturn person, which is pretty much just projection of your own lack of love inside yourself, but this will for sure mean some complications and blockages to be or to have a relationship in the first place. Guaranteed. Problems are guaranteed even to start a relationship, especially if you have like two, difficult aspects between Saturn and personal planet. You will feel it. There will be obstacles. That's why it could be, if you are advanced astrologer, you can definitely look what Saturn represents in Saturn person's chart. House of the Saturn, aspects to the Saturn in their birth chart, and you will get a clear picture or, clear perception why this block is happening and if you can eventually make it work. But with tight orbs, it's just hard. So, if I were interested in someone whose Saturn is squaring my Venus, which by the way happened to me once, it definitely means something, that there is something missing inside of you. As I have mentioned earlier, it's like lack of love, it's like you probably don't even feel lovable. So this person comes into your life to really show you that you are really not lovable, okay? Which is, of course, total illusion, but the way I like to interpret Synastry charts is really to dive deeper and search why that aspect is happening in your Synastry in the first place, If you are prone to, not feel loved, not feel lovable, if you feel like you are not good enough, if you are feeling like, people reject you anyway, then yes, you have great predispositions to experience this type of energy, because you will fall in love with someone who will definitely be giving you this type of energy. So, I work with people here and obviously in my homeland as well, and I can tell you this much. Relationships are challenging even if we have two people who are quite compatible, quite compatible, I mean they have, right amount of good and difficult aspects, and they are pretty much good match to each other, which I can identify in relationship horoscope. But if we have more challenging aspects, for instance from Saturn, but Pluto as well, it's just hard. And then when we have this realization, it's actually up to us if we even want to jump into this relationship and really work hard for this one, especially with difficult Saturn contacts, and hoping that one day we will get a reward. I don't know. So remember this one, especially with difficult contacts from Saturn, orb always matters. The tighter the orb, it's just gonna be hard. Whatever you do, it's gonna be hard. And if you do a lot of, healing and really spiritual growth, you will not be attracted to that person anymore, because this is how it works energetically. So we are only talking about this one aspect at a time here, okay? So it's hard to make any conclusions, but if you have more than one difficult contact from Saturn in your Synastry, and you are being personal planet person, it's gonna be hard. But even if you are Saturn, right, then you will be the person who will actually make that obstacles and blockages, even if you are not aware of that. Okay, so difficult Saturn contacts can definitely manifest like we cannot be together because we are long distance. This is common theme actually in my readings, that people are long distance, and when I look into their synastry, I immediately know that this is not going to work, sorry, because they have too much difficult Saturn contacts. Don't forget about composite chart. When you order reading from me, I always go to composite chart, because this will give us big picture of the relationship. And in my opinion, in composite chart, I can tell you, you know, quite confidently if it's even worth it. So if you want to book a reading with me, just hit me up. All my details are in the description below. I wish you a very nice day, lots of love, and see you next week. Bye bye.